While my husband was in the shower, I went through his phone, found out he'd been messing around with a girl named Arizu. I was so upset and hurt. So I decided to team up with my old friend Milad and make sure he got a taste of his own medicine. Welcome to our channel, Story of Truth. We hope you enjoy listening to this story and make the most out of the experiences we share with you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. My mornings always started with the sound of the alarm clock, that same annoying beep that never seemed to end. I'd open my eyes, stare at the white ceiling of our bedroom, and try to wake up. I always wished for a different day, but most days were the same. A boring repeat of mornings, work, coming home, and sleep. My name's Layla. I'm 29 and I've been married to Saman for 5 years. Our life was normal, not too busy, not too exciting. Saman had a small workshop and I was a teacher. Our income wasn't much, but enough for our simple life. Mornings, I'd get ready quickly, prepare a simple lunch for Saman, and then head to work. The language school I worked at was full of kids and teens all eager to learn something new. Being there gave me an energy that home alone couldn't. Sometimes Saman would come home late. He'd say work was busy or he had meetings with clients. I tried not to worry and trusted him because he had always been honest and kind. At night, we'd sit next to each other on the couch, turn on the TV, and sometimes just stay quiet. Those silences didn't feel strange. They were more like a kind of peace. Sometimes I'd go out with friends or read a book to feel like something was happening in my life. But there was always a little emptiness I couldn't name. Maybe it was the same old routine or words stuck inside me. Still, our life was full of simple, real moments. Funny mornings, long dinners filled with talk, and sometimes little arguments that ended with laughter. I was Layla, a woman who thought she knew her life well. But everything was about to change from here. After that normal and calm life, some days I started to think, a bad feeling I couldn't name, but that bothered me a lot. It felt like Saman was hiding something. He'd wake up later than usual, answer his phone secretly, and some nights come home late. At first, I told myself, maybe he's just busy. Everyone's caught up in their work. But that crushing feeling of doubt took root deep inside me, messing with my sleep and appetite. One day, while Saman was in the shower, he left his phone on the couch. I didn't want to look, but I kept telling myself, no, Layla, don't do it. Respect his privacy. But my hand reached for the phone. I knew the password because in a careless moment, he'd told me. When I opened it and saw the messages, my heart stopped. There were chats with a girl named Arizo. Messages full of feelings, love words, and things that had no place in our relationship. I panicked and couldn't say a word. I just put the phone down on the couch. When Saman came out of the shower, he gave me a strange look, like he wanted to say something but was worried. That moment, everything fell apart. Doubts were no longer doubts. They were certainty. But I didn't know what to do. After that day, seeing Arizo's messages, my mind was a mess. For a few days, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to run away, scream, cry, or just drown in silence. But something inside me said I had to save myself. I had to be myself again, not a broken, powerless woman. That's when I remembered someone, Milad, an old classmate from our institute. Someone who had always been kind to me, and when he was around, I felt like someone really understood me. I called him. At first, we just talked, then texted, and gradually, it got more, much more. Milad was different. Not like Saman, who was mostly work and responsibility, but someone I could laugh with, vent to, and find peace. One day, when Saman was at work, Milad said, I want to come see you. Without much thinking, I said, okay, I'm waiting. That day, when Milad said he was coming, it felt like a heavy weight was lifted off my shoulders. I didn't want to be a victim anymore. I wanted to live. Around 3 p.m., the doorbell rang. My heart was racing, my hands sweaty. When I opened the door, there stood Milad with a smile and calm eyes. His clothes were a bit wet, like he'd just come back from the rain. Hi, Layla. I missed you so much. His warm voice was like a breeze after a hot day blowing into my soul. I took a deep breath and invited him in. I made tea, we drank a few glasses together, talked about university days, adolescence, and early youth we had spent together. I felt so good, filled with my feminine energy. We went inside the room, turned off the lights, leaving just a small candle burning with soft light and shadows dancing on the walls. Milad came closer and touched my face, warm, certain hands that gave me an odd calm. I want you to know this is safe. Forget everything. Just be yourself. His soft voice, low tone, and kind smile made my eyes fill with tears. Tears I had been holding inside for years. His hands gently wrapped around my waist, and I leaned into him. Our first kiss was soft and slow, like breathing again after a long suffocation. Then his hands slowly explored my body, and I felt every touch telling me a whole world of unspoken words. Our clothes came off one by one, and with every step, I moved further away from past pain and memories. Milad looked at me with passion and respect, something I had been missing for so long. With every movement, I felt more freedom and strength inside me. The sounds of our breaths, heartbeats, even the rain hitting the window filled the room. I wasn't the old Layla anymore, the woman who just obeyed and endured. Now I was a strong woman reminding myself with every touch, every kiss, that I still had worth. Milad was calm and patient beside me, not just a lover, but a companion reminding me of who I could be. From the moment he came until night, we spent hours with talks, touches, and smiles. We weren't just making love. We were taking revenge. Revenge on wounds, betrayal, and the silence that had held us for years. That night, I learned revenge isn't just fighting another. Revenge is reclaiming life and my heart. Milad left after a few hours, leaving me alone with a mountain of memories we made in just those hours. Days passed, and my relationship with Milad grew deeper, but inside I was more and more caught in duality. On one side, Milad, a safe haven who made me feel alive and worthy again. On the other side, Saman, the man I once swore to be with but now felt like a stranger who broke my heart. One day, when Saman sat tired and hopeless, he said with a broken voice, "Layla, I still love you. I still want to fix our life." His eyes locked with mine, and I couldn't lie to him, but the truth I had to say was heavier. With a shaky voice, I said, "Saman, that life no longer exists for me. I've changed." That moment, I realized nothing would ever be the same. The choice I made took me down a path with no return. But for the first time, I was myself, with all my weaknesses and strengths. At night, when I sat and thought, I saw how much pain I endured, how much I tolerated. But now it was time to live for myself. Milad was by my side, but I didn't want to see him just as revenge anymore. I wanted to experience real love, not just a way to fill a void. After some time with Milad, I decided to divorce Saman and free myself from the swamp we both created. I did it, divorced Saman and started a new, exciting life with Milad. We promised never to cheat on each other, even if one day distance or separation came between us. My story might be bitter, but it's real. The story of a woman who broke but rebuilt herself and started over. Maybe someday you'll realize, like me, that sometimes the only way to find peace is to let your heart come back to itself, even if it means walking a hard path. Thanks so much for staying with us up to this point in the video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss any new videos when they're uploaded.